Welcome to 212 Goldenrod Avenue in Corona Del Mar. This property is listed for just under $12 million by Michael Shank at Compass. There are too many features to talk about. Rather than tell you, let me show you. Let's go inside and take a look. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Robert, how are you?
I'm doing amazing. I'm so excited to tour this property. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Awesome.
Welcome.
Thank you. We'd love to learn a little bit more about maybe the 2 or 3 features of this home that we have to spotlight on our tour today.
Well, the first thing is the view.
Yeah.
The views go from Catalina Island, the harbor, all the way to Palos Verdes. The second thing is the design of this home gives you an opportunity for flexibility. There are 3 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, but that is an opportunity to have 4 and a 5th bedroom.
So a bigger family could grow into this.
For sure.
Awesome.
The other thing I wanted to point out with regards to this design is it's unassuming when you get here, but there's a full basement with the full footprint of this whole house from the front all the way to the back. So with 10-foot ceilings, you can't beat it.
I've been reading about it. I've seen some pictures. I can't wait to see it in person. Anything else that we must mention right now?
There's another feature in this house that everyone asked for but rarely uses. The elevator does go from the basement all the way to the rooftop deck.
I love that. And we haven't spotlight a property yet in this area that has an elevator that goes from all the way from the bottom to the top, or that actually has a basement. So we're super excited to be here. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to tour. We're gonna go inside and take a look.
All right, great, thanks for coming.
All right, thank you, Michael. Okay guys, I've got the biggest smile on my face today because this is hands down one of the coolest properties that I've had the opportunity to tour. Thank you to Michael for giving us the opportunity. Before we go into the property, I just want to talk a little bit about kind of the indoor-outdoor living environment that we've got here. I can feel the ocean breeze. I can see the ocean. You've got these beautiful accordion-style doors that completely open up with a very seamless indoor-outdoor transition that opens up into this amazing living space. And you can see here, there's this very spacious living space, beautiful fireplace, awesome TV, and then right here on this side, you've got a really nice size dining table, but you've also got behind me another outdoor dining table that I want to show you. So come with me and check this out. So these right here are pocket doors. So when you take into consideration this livable space right here, you got to add another 300 feet to that space because of the front patio and also this side patio. And again, when we talk about seamless transition, like of how smooth it is, I don't even know that I'm outside right now, but I'm outside right now. And it's covered with a beautiful wood kind of framed ceiling. I just love it. I get this contemporary vibe in here, but we also have some darker, richer tones that create a little bit more masculinity, but not over the top masculinity, which we've seen in some videos in the past. Huge center island. I'm not sure what type of material this is. I'm gonna go with a quartzite. It has like a kind of a Calcutta, not Calcutta, like a white Carrera vibe. And then you've got beautiful cabinet storage. You've got upgraded appliances, Thermador appliances, top of the line stuff, Miele coffee for those days where you need that extra push. And then you've got a kind of a cool little storage area, butler's pantry, where you can do some storage, some microwavable stuff, a little mini fridge, and all those little micro essentials that you don't want your company to see. There is so much cool stuff in this place that I'm probably gonna get really excited and forget to talk about it all. But before we go much further, I wanna talk about the specs of this property. So this home is listed for just under $12 million. It's 3 bedrooms with 2 bonus spaces, which I'll show you, that can be converted into bedrooms. So 3 bedrooms with the option to have 5 bedrooms, 7 full bathrooms, and a half bathroom. Now, the cool thing about this property is this is the first home, single family home that we've ever toured in CDM. You guys, if you're watching, you've seen front homes, you've seen back homes. This is a full single family home on one lot. And on top of that, this has a subterranean level. They spent an extra $1.5 million digging and excavating into the earth to create a basement, 10-foot ceilings. These ceilings right here are 10 feet. Imagine a lower level with the same level, but you're either gonna have to wait to the end to watch the basement portion of the video, or you're gonna have to forward and miss all the other cool stuff I'm gonna show you. Let me show you back here. So this is one of the flex spaces. So this is actually right now set up as an office. And so you've got a lot of great space. You've got beautiful windows. Every single window in this entire property, every level has automatic shades. So you come in, you hit one button, boom, and you're good to go. Bathrooms, bonus spaces, bedrooms, blackout shades, see-through shades. It's super efficient. So this right here could be a bedroom because you got a full bathroom right here. You got a stand-up shower, a single vanity, plenty of storage, high ceilings, great sunlight. You put a partition right here and you've got a bedroom. Let me keep showing you the back before we go to the second level. So, let me show you this, guys. Elevator goes from the basement to the rooftop. I have never shown a property that has an elevator that goes to the rooftop. Look how big this is. Look at this. Remember my tour in Irvine Terrace in Corona del Mar? The elevator was literally half this size. You can fit probably 6 people in here, which you're probably not gonna do, but this is a significant elevator. And then check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes to every level. I think that's awesome. Sorry if I'm like a little kid with a big smile on my face, but this house is just giving me the tingly vibes that I would want if I was looking to buy a property in this area. All the flooring is beautiful, white oak, all top of the line. You got another, this is the only powder room in the entire home. Natural stone, it's limestone, it's floating shelves, high ceilings. And then back here, you've got access to a 3-car garage, which is another great feature. So a lot of these properties come with 2-car garage, maybe sometimes some carports in the back. This is a fully finished 2-car garage with storage, epoxy coated flooring. I mean, the works. Okay, before we go upstairs, I want to point out a couple things. When it comes to architecture, the people that designed this property, Brandon Architects, they're the best in the industry in this area. In fact, I have been so eager to spotlight a property that has been designed by them that's another reason why I'm so happy to be here today. Patterson Custom Homes is the company, the builder that built this property. They've built close to 400 custom properties in and around this area. They are among the top builders. And then Sage Design is really the company that put it together, the final kind of bow on the beautiful box. Now, before we go up, check out this light fixture. This light fixture is absolutely incredible. I love it. It's like a work of art. All 4 levels are connected on this staircase. So when I look down, I could see. When I look up, I could see the staircase. It's just a magical sight to see. Are you feeling this place, or am I just excited for no reason? Come on, let's go. Little things that you'll notice, these small lights that illuminate the staircase. So if it's nighttime and you don't have any lights on, you have a safe way to get around. And although there's 4 levels in here, a lot of people go, oh my gosh, that's just way too many steps. Maybe I'm just super excited, but I don't feel like there's that many steps right now, especially with what we're about to see. That's the primary. Let's go check out the secondary rooms first. There's a nice convenient laundry here. Come check it out. You got the essentials, washer, dryer, plenty of storage, sink. Again, you got high ceilings. Really just, you know, these homes in the village, a lot of people, when they comment, they'll say stuff like, I don't like homes like this. They're too narrow, they're too long, it feels too tight. This home doesn't feel too narrow, it doesn't feel too tight, it feels very spacious. And I think a lot of it has to do with the color schemes of the designer that designed this space, the color on the walls, the high ceilings, all that together makes me feel like I'm in a very spacious property. Okay, so this is one of 2 secondary bedrooms. I'd say this room is probably 12 feet by 14 feet. You've got the right size furniture in here, the right color furniture in here. And again, the high ceilings really make me feel like there's enough space here to just feel comfortable. You've got access to an L-shaped balcony, which we will go to when we go through the second bedroom. And then I just want to show you here, come on in. Let me close this door. I just want to show you some of the built-in storage. Right, so plenty of built-in storage, super convenient, tying in the rich wood color scheme from downstairs, upstairs, and then you've got, again, another one of the full bathrooms, beautiful stone sink, amazing porcelain tile, and a very spacious stand-up shower. All right, second of 2 secondary bedrooms. Same story here, you know, tons of natural light coming in, light and bright furniture, high ceilings. The amount of sunlight that's coming in right now is really what people that are looking to live by the beach want. And then you've got this oversized ensuite. On the way in, you've got 2 large storage sections here, so no lack of storage. And then again, nice porcelain tile, beautiful stand-up shower, single vanity, tons of extra storage here. The one thing I really love about this property is when you're dealing with these like front houses, back houses on these narrow lots with these longer properties, a lot of times storage is sort of an afterthought. In this property, it actually doesn't feel like an afterthought. It feels like you have plenty of space for storage. I love also, again, the theme of this home is really interior, exterior, livable, kind of like let's marry the 2 spaces together. And it's no surprise that there is an oversized L-shaped balcony here connecting both bedrooms. Again, when you live by the beach, you want to be outside as often as possible. And when you live by the beach and you have a home that has ocean views, you want to be able to see the ocean as often as possible. I'm literally looking at the jetty right now. I mean, I bet you some of the most expensive super yachts come in and out of this jetty right here, and you can just, I got a front row seat to it right there. You'll see some construction happening in the back, right? This home was built in 2022, so it's new-ish construction. It's only had 1 owner that's used this home as a vacation home. They've, you know, I'm not sure how many times they've been here, but this home feels like it's brand new, like it's never been lived in. And then you've got a plethora of different types of properties here, from cottages built in the mid 1900s all the way to super mansions built in 2025 and everything in between. So I just want to show you the rest of this balcony here. It's really nice. This time of day is really beautiful because you actually get some shade coverage here. So if you want to come outside, read a book, but not get cooked by the sun, this is a great time to come out here and just relax and enjoy the fact that you work your butt off to live in a home like this, and now you're enjoying the fruits of your labor. So let's go inside now and take a look at the primary, because that is a showstopper. Okay, now we're heading into the primary suite. So you've got a huge primary suite with some incredible ocean views and tons of amenities. So let's take this slow because my brain is going a million miles an hour and I don't want to miss anything. Okay, so let's check out this side first. So this is the his section. So this is the fully built out his closet. So you've got everything you need, from closet organizers to drawers to shelves, everything you need to live that vacation life by the beach. And then over here, we've got his bathroom. Full bathroom. You're probably wondering, oh my gosh, Robert, 3 beds, 7.5 bathroom? That sounds crazy. And you're not alone. When I first started looking at the MLS, I was like, what is going on? But now that I know that there's 2 full bathrooms in the primary and 2 flex spaces that can be converted to bedrooms, it all makes sense now. So this is 1 full bath. I mean, check out the shower. It's huge. I love the fact that the tiles on the floor seamlessly come in to the shower. It is a representation, a metaphorical representation of this property in general. From the interior to exterior living space, everything just flows. It's smooth, it's seamless, and that's what I love most about this property. Let's go to her side. Her closet's a little bit bigger. That doesn't seem fair, but you know what? I have an amazing wife, and she has more clothes than me, I think. And so this actually does make a lot of sense. I'm just totally kidding with you, but this closet feels about 100% bigger than his closet. Any ladies out there that are like, hey, I just saw the his closet and that's not big enough for me, don't worry, because this could be all yours. And then a couple features of her section are a little different than his section. So one is this beautiful vanity area, right? So if you want to set up a mirror, do your makeup, sit here, whatever you need to do, this section is here for her, not for him. And then there's one more feature that she has that he doesn't, and that is a soaking tub. So you got a beautiful vanity here, natural stone, same tile, seamlessly comes into it. Got a beautiful stand-up shower, a nice natural stone floating bench, and a wonderful soaking tub. If you watch my videos, you know one thing I absolutely love is wellness space. I feel like the world these days can be very hectic and chaotic. And I think that we all need to find ways to decompress, to relax, to recharge, to refresh, so that the next day we can be on our A game. And I love the wellness amenities in this home that I've seen so far. Now, let's walk down this beautiful, glorious hallway into, in my opinion, the most spectacular room on this level, the primary. It is absolutely huge. You've got a king size bed, 2 nightstands. I love the use of greenery. I love the rug. I love this little kind of table here. You've got this primary retreat. If you want to sit down, if you want to have coffee, if you want to look at the water, there's an amazing fireplace here. Guys, look, if you're going to live by the ocean, this is what it's all about. This primary is incredible. The ocean breeze is incredible. While I'm out here, there's a few things that I really want to talk about when it comes to the views, but also when it comes to the area. So right behind me is the jetty, okay? It's a beautiful sunny day in Orange County. Blue water, blue skies. Over there, Peninsula Point, some of the most spectacular real estate in Newport Beach on the peninsula. Right down here, steps away from this home, like literally 3 homes away from Lookout Point. This is a place that people from all over the area come to watch the sunset. The most incredible sunset at Lookout Point. A few steps to the left, you've got Pirates Cove Beach, which is an unbelievable cliffside beach, private, not private, but very quiet. And then to the left of Pirates Cove, you have Corona del Mar State Beach, where a lot of people go to enjoy their day by the beach. Now, one more thing I do want to point out is Goldenrod is a pretty significant street. And I'll tell you why. The flower streets span from Avocado to, I believe, Poppy, and it goes in alphabetical order. So Goldenrod is like the 5th street in the mix. Now, a lot of the streets in the flower streets, they actually go into Bayside Drive, which is a gully. And this might not be making sense to you, but the bottom line is many streets outside of Goldenrod don't connect from the village, PCH area, to the ocean. You actually have to walk to Goldenrod to walk across the Goldenrod footbridge. Built in 1929, it's adorable. It's got beautiful flowers along the side, but what it does is it connects this side of the flower streets to that side of the flower streets. So living here, we're on the ocean side of PCH, which means if we want to go to PCH and have dinner at like CDM Restaurant or Rothschild's, or we want to grab a coffee at Reborn, we don't have to walk to any other street. We walk down Goldenrod, we hit the Goldenrod footbridge, walk over Bayside, and we're at PCH in like literally 6 minutes, 7 minutes. So this home not only has amazing ocean views, this home not only has amazing livable space, this home is not only steps from the sand, but it's also insanely convenient and has a very high walkability score to PCH, where there are boutiques, where there are restaurants, where there are coffee, where there are gyms, where there are grocery stores, you name it, it's there. And I can't not come from the outside into the inside without expressing to you how seamless, again, these exterior-interior transitions are. Love the ceiling, love the fixtures. That's one thing that's really cool about this place. I will tell you, I actually recently went to Chicago with my wife, Tanya, a couple months ago, and we were going through different architectural masterpieces. And one thing that our tour guide said was, no one ever takes into consideration ceilings anymore. No one ever does anything nice on ceilings. And these ceilings are beautiful, especially in the primary. So, okay guys, check it out. We're gonna go to the rooftop deck right now. And then I've got a really fun surprise for you before we take you all the way down to the man cave, shall I call it? It's a very masculine basement. You can turn it into whatever you want, but I can't wait to show it to you. So let's go check out the rooftop deck. But again, I just want to give a shout out to Brandon Architects for such an incredible design. When I get to the top here, I just can't help but be blown away when I look down and look into kind of the stairwell here around all 4 levels. It's just mind-blowing. Like, I don't know what it's gonna look like on video. It's just unbelievable. Let's check out this rooftop deck. Right away, I could see how grand this rooftop deck is. You know, usually when we've been filming front homes or back homes, you have these little micro decks, and those decks are amazing. When you see them, you're like, oh my gosh, how amazing, I got a rooftop deck. But this deck puts those other decks how many times can you say deck? It really puts them to shame. So again, the one thing I love is how they've continued to incorporate this wood on the different ceilings, on the different levels to tie all the design together. I love this covered area. Again, as much as I love being in the sun, sometimes the sun gets so hot that it becomes borderline unbearable. So being able to say, hey, I'm gonna sit out here in the sun, or I'm gonna get a suntan, but I'm gonna come and sit here and get some shade is a really cool feature. Now, there is not a lot going on back here. I do love a lot of the landscape, a lot of the luscious, organic sort of plants and succulents they have here. The one thing that you don't really get when you live in CDM Village is like a garden, an outdoor space. Some of the older homes have like luscious, beautiful green lawns where you can plant things, but most of these newer homes, they're built from lot line to lot line, and it's just like all cement, all concrete. And so for them to bring up planters and have this beautiful kind of vegetation really does add a layer of like organicness to the feel that really brings me, sort of gets me grounded. You have 3 air conditioning condensers back here for the different levels, but here's the one cool thing I want to show you. Full bathroom on the roof. Stand-up shower. The concept here is if you want to put a above the ground spa, you can move these planters, and this space was actually designed for a spa. So if you want to get in and you want to shower before you go inside and dry off, you can absolutely, or if you want to use the restroom, if you're entertaining, you're having food up here, which I would imagine people would, you can take a shower, you can clean up, and you can go inside and not bring in all the, you know, the day's dirt into the home. Okay, and this is the front part of the home, rooftop deck. Oversized, huge. I mean, check this out. I don't have to even say anything. You can see how big it is. You've got an eating table here. You've got a relaxing section here. You can really do whatever you want. And again, I just want to point out these views. I mean, the Pacific Ocean is abundant right here. I mean, talk about unobstructed views. You have 2 rooftops that are in front of you before you actually see the ocean. And again, Peninsula Point, jetty. On a clear day, you got Catalina Island. I mean, the views are abundant. The views are endless. Comment and let me know if this was your place. What would be your favorite thing to do on this deck? I would love to know, because the world is your oyster right here. So, thank you guys for staying with me until this point. I promised you in the beginning that I would give you a tour of the subterranean level last, the basement last, but we're gonna go there in a really fun way. We're gonna go there with the elevator, because again, from the roof all the way down to the basement, the elevator makes it convenient for anybody to get to any level. Your chariot awaits. I just love this elevator. The cool thing about this elevator, by the way, is that you don't have to do anything, and the flooring in this elevator is the same flooring throughout the entire home. This elevator wasn't an afterthought. This elevator was a forethought, and really just you continue the design theme even in here. You got recessed lightings, got this beautiful panel, emergency button. Look at, you can see how slow we're going. The one thing you do want to make sure, Michael was telling me that if any of the doors are not fully latched, we wouldn't be able to get in or out depending on what floor we're on. So you always want to make sure that the doors are latched. But we're going. We're here. I love that it's automatic. Remember the one we did in Dolphin Terrace? I had to like pull it and lock it and mess it all up. How crazy. We're in the basement. So look, I want to talk about a couple things here, because I realize that people are watching from all over the area, and some people are watching because they just love looking at luxury real estate in Newport Beach, and other people are watching because they're thinking about moving here. Maybe locals are watching because they're thinking about maybe adding onto their home or relocating or building. The one thing I want to point out is that to create this subterranean level costs anywhere between $1 million to $1.5 million extra to excavate the earth to build down. The reason why people do this is because we have height restrictions on these properties to protect your neighbor's views, right? If you knew that your neighbor was gonna build another level and you'd lose your ocean view, that wouldn't make you feel so good, right? So the only way around that, if you need more space, is to go down. So that's why this is here. In terms of cost per square foot, generally we see homes in this area being built for somewhere between $750 on the low end to potentially up to $1,500 on the higher end, depending on who does the work and what finishes you're using. We see upwards of $2,500 a foot when you're talking about going into the earth. So something to think about if you're thinking about building something new. Now, before we go over there and I show you everything there, I just want to show you this back area. This is kind of the utility room of the property. So you've got the brains of the home here, right? All the utilities, the modems, the smart features, anything that's connected to the electrical system, anything that you can control from your app, it's all done here. It's a really big room, and I love the fact that it's finished, and I love the fact that it's super organized, because I've seen some control rooms that are a little bit messy, and this is really nice. I also think that it's a nice touch with the epoxy flooring. You got some extra paint here. Everything that you need that you don't want people to see can be hidden back here. And the elevator is tucked away nicely in the back. So this space was designed initially to be like entertainment space. Now, if you buy this home and you want to change it, of course you can do anything you want, but the builder designed this in a way to kind of make this the fun level. And I will say that's pretty consistent throughout. We've shown homes in the Village, we've shown homes in Irvine Terrace in Corona del Mar, and usually the lower level is what I call the fun level, where there's a pool table, where there's a bar, where you have easy access to a pool. Now, there's no easy access to a pool here because there's a space for a pool and we're subterranean, but this is the fun level. Tons of storage, beautiful wine rack right here. If you have a party, you can hire a bartender to come and kind of, serve your guests and have a lot of fun. I just want to point out 10-foot ceilings. They didn't skimp. They didn't go, hey, well, the rest of the home has 10-foot ceilings. We're going to make a basement with 8-foot ceilings. Nope. They went all in and they did a 10-foot ceiling. Now, the cool thing is although this is subterranean, you will see windows in the back that bring in natural light. That's the one thing that I was always a little bit weary of when I heard people saying we're gonna go into the earth and we're gonna build a subterranean level. I'm like, okay, well, where's the natural light gonna come in? So I'll show you. But look how big this living room is. This couch is enormous. It's huge. You could have huge entertainment value down here. Now, back here is actually staged as it's being used as a bedroom. Now, there is a full bathroom down here, which we'll show you in a second, but this is one of those flex spaces that you can actually wall off and create a bedroom. Now, they're using it as a bedroom, but initially what the intention was to put glass here and turn this into a gym. Have mirrors on the wall, have a rubber padded floor, and actually build out a full home gym. So it'd be gym, entertainment space, or fun space, and then a bar for entertaining. You've also got back here a full-on closet. Again, so the way it's staged right now, you can turn this into a closet, or this could be storage, right? If it's just if you turn this into a gym, this could be storage. So, and then let me show you the bathroom, and then I'll show you kind of the light feature down here. So you've got similar setup. You've got a nice, beautiful stand-up shower, porcelain floors, quartzite counter, beautiful cabinets, contemporary, traditional, rich, warm, beautiful. Homey is what this home feels like. Homey. It feels welcoming. It feels warm. It doesn't feel cold. It doesn't feel sterile. A lot of times with these contemporary properties, they feel so cold and sterile that you can't really settle in and feel like a warm hug. This really does feel like a warm hug. And then I do want to show you guys this. This is actually an exit strategy. So if something were to happen, natural disaster, fire or something, and you get stuck down here, there has to be a way for you to get out of the property so you can get to safety. And that's how you would get out. So this space here, although it's an exit route, also creates an abundant amount of natural light. And then you've got a window here. And again, if you look up, you will see that we are subterranean, but they dug into the ground and created a little side yard here so that this wasn't just gonna be a dark box underground. All right, guys, that is the grand exclusive tour of 212 Goldenrod. Now, I want to know from you if you've made it this far. First of all, if you've made it this far, subscribe if you haven't already. When you subscribe, you will be alerted right away when new videos drop. And every week we are dropping either an exclusive property tour or an exclusive neighborhood tour. And I am doing my absolute best to connect with the best agents to show you my favorite homes. Not the best homes, my favorite homes. And this one definitely is in the top 2 or 3. I gotta say it. I wanna know from you, which level did you like the most? What part of this home did you like the most? Because I'm curious to know what gets you guys excited versus what gets me excited. Okay, let's go upstairs, let's sit on the patio, let's decompress, and let me tell you who I think the perfect buyer for this home is. All right, guys, that's the exclusive tour of 212 Goldenrod Avenue in Corona del Mar. I hope you loved this home as much as I did. This was easily one of the top 2 or 3 properties I've exclusively toured. Thank you again to Michael Shank for giving us the opportunity to tour this stunning property. I absolutely loved it, and I hope you did too. So when we think about who is the perfect buyer for this property, 2 different people come to mind. Both of them are families. Because it's just such a big home, because there's an opportunity to add on bedrooms with this flex space, I see a large family, maybe a couple with 2 or 3 kids, maybe a dog or 2. This couple could be local. This could be their primary residence. I could see somebody living here full time. Reason being, it's big, it's quiet, it's amazing access to the beach, it's easy access to the village, PCH, where the boutique shops are, where the grocery stores are, where the restaurants are, where the everything you need, where the Pilates studio is. You can live here full time and have an incredible quality of life. The second family I see living here is somebody who's using this as a beach home, a vacation home. It could be their second home, it could be their 5th home. The bottom line is somebody who lives in New York, maybe lives in London, wants to come and enjoy Newport Beach for a couple months out of the year and just wants to have something that they can call home when they come visit versus staying in a hotel. Are there other types of people that could potentially live here? Absolutely, but those are the 2 people that I think would be a perfect fit for this property. Guys, if you want to connect with me in any way, there's going to be a QR code on the top right of the screen. You can scan that QR code or you can click the link in the description. That will give you the ability to connect with me, whether it's in person or virtually, whether that's on the phone or a Google Meet. I would love to connect with you and offer you anything Newport Beach or real estate related. If you are a homeowner in this area and you're thinking about selling and upgrading to something bigger, I'd love to connect with you and help you discuss strategy, transition strategy, equity, values in your neighborhood, and all that fun stuff. If you're a buyer that's thinking about moving into this area, I'd love to get you more educated on the type of property that would be perfect for you. Newport Beach has so much to offer. Every micro area of Newport Beach and CDM offers a different culture, and I would love to help you learn which of those cultures is in most alignment with you. Now, if you're coming from out of the area or you're moving out of the area, one thing people don't know about me is I have a very deep network when it comes to the best real estate agents across the country and internationally. So if you are looking to sell a property in Newport Beach and move to a different part of the country or internationally, I can connect you to the best of the best. If you're coming from out of the area, let's say you're watching this video and you live in Texas and you want to sell your home in Texas and move to Newport Beach, I can connect you to the best agents in the area of Texas that you live so you can get expert advice and create a strategy to make your move from Texas to here. At the end of the day, when you think of real estate, I want to be your one-stop shop. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, keep living the dream.